Well, where do we begin? I'm new to all this vlogging and this YouTubing, but let me introduce. My name's Jonty. I'm from Cheshire. I've been carp angling over 20 years. I like to travel around, but I'm on one of my local waters today. I've recently been diagnosed with anxiety, depression, PTSD. So being out on the bank really helps. So I thought I'd try this vlogging and see if it can help anybody out or put people on the right path, or anybody that's getting into it or anything like that, you know what I mean? If you want to give me a like, comment, I'll get back to you. Anything you want to know, that if I can help you out, I will do. I've got plenty of experience with my carp fishing, plenty of experience with all sorts of fishing really. So yeah, I thought I'd give it a try. Probably won't get very far. There's plenty of YouTubers out there and that are better at making content and all the rest of it than me, but I'm not the best in front of a camera. But when it comes to me fishing, I'm really passionate. Like I say, I've been doing it a long time. I've won several of the club carp matches. I've travelled around a little bit. I've got a French PB of over £50, a UK PB of only 34, but I say from the Cheshire area, and there isn't many big carp in the Cheshire area, if you know what I mean. There is some knocking about if you can get in the right waters, but it's just getting on them waters at the moment. This water I'm on at the moment is about 13 acres. I won't disclose the name because it's against club rules. So I thought I'd give it a try, see if I can help anybody out. I'll be doing a little bit of all sorts, rigs, baits. I make a lot of my own pop-ups. I'm currently a mainline field tester. I've been with several companies over the years, Urban Baits, a few of these other little smaller companies, Monster Particles I've been with. I was on the Northern promo team with Monster Particles. But yeah, I thought I'd give it a try, see if I can get some of this content going, and I'm here to help anybody out, you know what I mean? We're all here to learn, we're all here to do the same thing, catch fish. I've had one today, probably 19, maybe a scrape of 20 common, from an area of the lake that I don't really tend to fish very often, due to it's just easier to get to the other swims, and you can still fish the same sort of water, but obviously where I am now it's a different line angle, and so I thought, yeah, I'll give it a go. You know what I mean? I'm sitting here now and I'm thinking, well, if it helps me out with my anxiety and it helps me out with my PTSD and my depression and what have you, then let's go for it. So yeah, feel free to give me a like. You don't have to, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna force anybody to, but yeah, hope to see you all around. As we all know, carp fishing's massive now, massive compared to what it was years ago when I started. It was nowhere near what it is now. The things that you can get now for out on the bank, you've probably got better luxuries now being out on the bank than what you've got at home. Obviously all the companies like Ridge Monkey and, you know what I mean, Fox and Corda and all them, you know what I mean, they make it as comfortable as they can for us, which is good. But we're all out to do the same thing. We're all out to catch them fish, them wary ones. So yeah, I thought I'd give it a go, you know what I mean. As I keep saying, I probably won't get very far with it. Like I say, it is what it is, you know what I mean. Carp fishing's a funny old game these days. Everybody seems to be in the same rat race, you know what I mean. Anglers don't seem to want to help each other out like they used to, if you know what I mean. There's a lot of people coming through now and getting into the carp fishing that I won't say they're bad anglers. There's just a lot of poorly educated anglers, due to, I don't know, could be they're watching things and they think they've got to do it this way and then they've got to do it that way, and they're not enjoying it, when really we're all out to enjoy it, whether it's raining, it's sunny, windy, I mean, I'm getting out in the winter. You know what I mean. Winter's probably one of the best times of year that I like fishing because it's nice and quiet. You're working harder for them bites, but the bites seem to be a little bit more rewarding. Obviously, the fish are up to better weights. So, but yeah, if I can help you out in any way, I will do. Just feel free to give me a comment. There's obviously going to be people out there that say, "Oh, don't listen" or whatever. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Everybody goes their own way. Everybody does their own thing. But yeah, being out on the bank's the main thing, isn't it? Really, getting out there, doing a little bit, getting some fresh air, taking in the scenery. Carp, yeah, we all want to be catching. A lot of the time, catching carp all the time. You know what I mean? It's a bonus. You know what I mean? It is good. But we all have them blanks. Don't matter how long you've been fishing. I don't care whether you've been fishing 50 years. Do you know what I mean? We all have blanks. It happens to everybody. But if we can help each other out, you know what I mean? I'm here to. I've got the knowledge. I surround myself with fishing every day, whether I'm on the bank or I'm watching it on YouTube, or I watch a lot of these vloggers and I watch a lot of these top names. You know what I mean? I used to work with Scott Lloyd. He's a good friend of mine. Miles Gibson, another good friend. These are all lads from around my sort of area, where we all know each other. You know what I mean? We all know what we're doing, and do you know what I mean? It's just nice to pass a bit of experience on to these anglers that want to learn a little bit. Like I say, I make a lot of my own pop-ups. I'm forever making different ones. I find that if you get a decent bottom bait, like from a certain company that you're happy with, you can always put that little edge on it by making your own pop-up. Do you know what I mean? Different flavour, different colour, different, just it mixes it up a little bit. And sometimes it gives you that little bit of a, not so much a boost, but a little bit of a pat on the back sort of thing that, yeah, I've caught that on one of my baits. You know what I mean? I've got a couple of my friends that use some of my up baits, and they're always catching fish, and they're always saying, "Can you make me another pot? Can you make me another pot?" And I don't mind, you know what I mean? If they want them and they're using them, then it gives me a little bit of feedback from my baits and stuff like that. But having the anxiety and stuff like that, like I've got, it's hard sometimes because I don't want to leave the house, if you know what I mean. I don't know if that's the anxiety or the PTSD or what, I don't know. Some days I'll just like, I'll get in the car and I'll go fishing, and I just panic and I just get overwhelmed, and so I have to like take a little minute to calm myself down. But once I get down to the lake and I start getting busy and I'm tying rigs, I'm finding spots, I'm trying to locate them fish, the anxiety sort of fades away, but it always manages to come back a little bit. So doing these vlogs, it might help me out, it might not, you know what I mean? It might just be a one-hit wonder sort of thing, you know what I mean? But you see a lot of these lads now, they've got a lot more time on their hands, and they've got their mental health in check, which is something I haven't at the moment. I've never used to suffer with anything like that. I used to be, I'd be mad for it, you know what I mean? I'd be out there all the time, I'd be doing it, and you know what I mean? I was very rarely at home. I was always down the lakes doing something. But now it's just gets a little bit too much. So I have to like take a little step back. But mixing with other people, it always helps, doesn't it? You know what I mean? We're all here for the same sort of thing. We're all here to catch fish. We're all here to have a good time. You know what I mean? Everybody's doing their own thing and doing the same things that most people are doing, but there is little tips and hints and tricks and things you tend to overlook, if you know what I mean. And I've always found these older anglers, like your Terry Earns, your Frank Warwicks, people like that, they're the ones that have got them little tricks and sneaky little things that you tend to overlook watching all these new stuff. I mean, these lads are all out to educate each other, but there is a lot of poorly educated anglers when it comes to the fishing. They're not bad anglers. No one's a bad angler unless you're harming fish and things like that, you know what I mean? That makes you a bad angler. But yeah, just being out on the bank, it's just one of them things, isn't it? it's something we've all got to do. We all want to do. I mean, any time, any spare time we get, we're out. I mean, look at today. I'm sat here now, and I'll spin the camera around. I'm sat here now. It's raining. It looks grim. It doesn't look the best at all. You know what I mean? Especially for this time of year. But having a net in the water that's wet after a fish, you can't argue, can you? You know, if I went home today just after that one fish, then I'd be happy, because we're all here to catch fish. So just do what you're going to do, fish how you want to fish with what you're confident in. And if you're unsure, there's plenty of lads, plenty of articles to read, videos to watch. Just take on board as many things as you can, and it will always, I've always said, it will make you a better angler. Some people like to bait and wait. Some people like to chase the carp around. Like I say, a friend of mine, Scott Lloyd, he can't keep still. He's here, there and everywhere. But the fish that the lad catches, you cannot knock him for. You know what I mean? You have to take your hat off to him. But he does work and work and work. So there is ways around it. It just depends on how you want to fish it, what your sort of angling is. I mean, in a way, yeah, I'm a bit of a bait and wait angler. I like to use a bit of bait. I make all my own spod mixes. I cook all my own particles, which I'll do a couple of videos on. And then, like I say, with me pop-ups and stuff like that. And so, yeah, we're all here for the same thing. So, like I say, feel free to give me a like, give me a dislike. No skin off my nose. People might not agree with what I'm saying. People might think, well, he's just another person trying to make money off YouTube, and I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it to educate people, to help people. I've got a lot of friends that have got back into carp fishing, and they've even said that I've helped them out massively over the short time that they've been getting back into it and stuff like that. Because how much fishing changes all the time. It's constantly changing. Lakes are changing. The way the fish's behaviour is changing. With the seasons that we get now, I mean, it's supposed to be mid-July now. Well, getting on for mid-July. It's supposed to be blazing hot sunshine, middle of summer, and it's raining all day. So it's just one of them. But yeah, feel free. Give me a like. Give me a comment. Give us a follow. It's up to you. What can I say? That was a mad half an hour. No bites for the last couple of hours, maybe 3 hours, and I've just had 3 bites in 20 minutes. The one in the net, maybe 16-17 pound. A smaller little stocky, it was probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 pound. I just unhooked him in the water and sent him back on his way. Left the fish in the net, the rod that I had the small stocky on. Got that in, well, obviously it was in. Unhooked the fish, just put a fresh little bag on it, flicked it back out while I sorted the fish in the net out. Unhooked the fish in the net, let that one go. Don't really bother weighing them unless they're half decent, you know what I mean, unless they're over that £20 mark and they're clearly over it. That's when I'll get the scales and stuff like that and take photos and stuff like that. But because there's quite a lot of fish in this lake, quite heavily, well, I won't say it's heavily stocked, but it's got a lot of fish in it. Yeah, just as I'd sorted that rod out, just sorted the fish out, put the fish back. The rod that I just put the little bag on and flicked it back out, the little mesh bag with about 4 or 5 baits in it, that rattled off. So I've gone out playing it for a minute or two, well, maybe a little bit longer than that, and the line decided to part on me. But where I am fishing, there is quite a lot of freshwater mussels and things like that, so I don't know if the line had had a little bit of a kink in it, or a little dink in the line or something like that, but it parted, so that was the end of that one. But yeah, not too bad really. I've only been down since probably just before dinner time. I'd say I got here and it's only what time is it? It's only 4:30 now. So yeah, it's quite a hectic little bit. And I mean, where I'm fishing now, there seems to be a lot. I'll just spin the camera around. Might be able to walk outside. Oh. We meet with a little ducky. Let's have a little wander back out to the rods. A bit treacherous this ground is. You get to about here and you sort of sink. Yeah, I don't know if you'll be able to see them out there, but there's one or two knocking about. There's a few fizzing. I'm not fishing far. I'm not even fishing as far as that grebe there, or catapult range, because of the seagulls. You get the throw stick out on here, it's just like ringing the dinner bell for them. They'll just absolutely tear you apart. They'll get every single bait you put out. But yeah, I've seen a couple of fish mooching about. Seem to be patrolling up and down now. There's one just showing a little bit over there, but that's obviously that bank's water. So, and obviously round this corner here, the lake carries on going round there. So it'd be a bit dangerous to hook them too far over there because they're going to kite straight round, but I've been quite lucky today, they've stayed out there. So but yeah, at the moment we're not doing too bad. 3 and lost 1, well 3 and snapped off if you look at it that way, but not too bad at all. This is only a 2-rod water, this one. At this time of year we can use 3 in the winter, but I don't necessarily think you need them on this lake because, like I say, it's quite a good stock of carp in here. Going up to probably, there's 1 or 2 now pushing just over the £30 mark. I've had them out of here up to 28, well just over 28. Got a lot of repeat catches, even though there is a lot of fish in here, but you do get a lot of repeat catches. But yeah, all I'm fishing is little snowmans. 5 baits in a little mesh bag, just hooking it on and just flicking it out, and it's doing the do. It's definitely doing the do. It's just been quite a couple of hours of quietness, and then all of a sudden 3. I might not get another one now till, might not get one at all because I'm only doing the day. But yeah, I'll give it another go. They're back out there now, and I just topped them up with some bait. The seagulls managed to get every single bait in the stick, but when you put in 10, 12 baits in the catapult, they don't really bother. I think they're hitting the water too hard, too fast. The gulls, they'll dive, but they won't get them. There's a fish just shown there. Then you're not going to pick it up on my camera. I'm only make my videos using my phone at the moment, you see, till I see if this YouTubing takes off, and then I might invest in some better cameras and things like that. But yeah, it's not too bad at all at the moment. As you can probably tell, 70-80% of my fishing, I fish slack lines. I just think them lines sinking down a little bit better on a lake like this where there's no real snags and no weed or anything like that. They just tend to take off anyway. You very rarely get dropbacks. You might get the odd one here and there, but obviously you're not going to register a dropback when you're fishing with slack lines like I am. I just found a couple of years ago when I started doing it, slack lining, I did find that my catch rate went up due to obviously line pressure, and like I say, carp angling now, there's a lot more anglers about, the fish are getting a lot more wary. I just think slack lining is just a little bit better for especially these warier carp. I mean, this place, it gets fished very, very, very often. You know what I mean? It's very rarely it's empty. Yeah, it's not looking too bad. Maybe another one today, and then that'll probably do. But hopefully one of them bigger girls shows up, which would be very nice. This carp fishing's a funny old game. you get 3 bites in less than 20 minutes, half an hour tops, and then the fish just push away. But I personally don't think, on a lake that's quite well stocked, if the fish know there's food in that area, you don't move far. The disturbance will push them away a little bit, but the curious creatures at the end of the day, they will drift back in, and especially when this sort of time of year, after spawning, they're trying to put the weights back on. I mean, I personally favour your fish meal baits at this time of year, although today I'm not using a fish meal bait at all. It's a milk protein bait, one that's on test from Mainline at the moment. So it's not done me too bad. Like I say, it's done me a couple of bites today. I've used it in the past 12 months. It's done me 1 or 2. It's not setting the world on fire as if some of them. I mean, obviously, whether you know Mainline baits, they do catch a lot of fish. Same as obviously your sticky.